Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I've been working so hard, I've done therapy, I've been walking every day, so why doesn't my walking seem to be getting any better? If that's where you're at today, I want you to know something. You are not alone. In fact, this is probably one of the most common questions I hear from stroke survivors. Many people start to wonder if they've reached their limit, if their brain has healed as much as it's going to, or if this is simply as good as their walking will ever be. But here's the good news. In many cases, it isn't because your body can't improve anymore, it's because you're improving the wrong way. Today I'm going to explain the biggest reasons walking progress slows after stroke, why this happens, and most importantly, what you can do to start making progress again. Let's jump in. Before we talk about solutions, we have to understand why walking gets stuck. After stroke, your brain is trying to rebuild communication with your muscles. That process doesn't happen automatically. Your brain changes based on repetition, but here's the important part. Not all repetition is equal. If you repeat poor movement patterns thousands of times, your brain becomes really good at those poor movement patterns. I tell my patients this all the time. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Your brain learns exactly what you repeatedly ask it to do. The first reason walking often stops improving is that people start practicing survival walking instead of recovery walking. What do I mean? Think about your average day. You're walking from your bedroom to the kitchen, from your kitchen to your car, into the grocery store, around the house. Your goal during those moments is not improving your walking. Your goal is simply getting from where you're going safely from point A to point B. And that's perfectly understandable, but your brain recognizes that too. It learns that this movement gets me from point A to point B, not this is the highest quality movement possible. Recovery walking looks different. This happens because recovery walking means intentionally slowing down, focusing on how each step feels, paying attention to weight shifting, foot placement, hip movement, arm swing, step length, all the things. It's quality over quantity. Walking another 1,000 steps with poor mechanics usually isn't as valuable as practicing 200 excellent steps with full attention. The second reason progress slows is fatigue. This one surprises a lot of people. Many stroke survivors tell me, I walk so much worse later in the day. Exactly. Fatigue changes everything. Your become less efficient, your balance changes, your concentration decreases, your movement quality often drops. If you're always practicing when you're exhausted, you're teaching your brain tired movement. Whenever possible, save your highest quality walking practice for the time of the day when your energy is the best. That might be first thing in the morning. It might be after breakfast. Everyone is different. Figure out when your brain performs at its best, then practice at that time. The third reason, you're compensating too much. Now, let me be clear. Compensation isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's necessary. Maybe it's a cane or a walker. Maybe it's a brace, holding onto a railing while you're walking. Those can all improve safety, but safety always comes first. But sometimes people they begin relying on their stronger side for absolutely everything. The stronger leg does all the work, the weaker leg simply comes along for the ride. If that happens every single day, the weaker side never receives enough meaningful practice. Your brain starts believing, we don't really need that leg. One of the biggest goals during rehab is encouraging that affected side to participate as much as safely possible. Not perfectly, but consistently. The fourth reason is your walking practice isn't challenging enough anymore. Your brain changes when it's challenged. If every walk feels exactly the same, flat surface, same speed, same distance, same environment, eventually your brain adapts to those. Think about going to the gym. If you lift the exact same weight every day for years, eventually your progress is going to slow down. Walking recovery works very similarly. As safety allows, you may need to practice different speeds, different surfaces, turning, obstacle negotiation. carrying maybe light objects, walking while talking, changing directions. Again, only when appropriate for your situation, but these are all things that can help. The fifth reason is you've started believing you've plateaued. This one might actually be the biggest. I've met people who have improved years or even decades after their stroke, 5 years, 10 years. I even worked with somebody recently, 25 years later, still making progress, still making changes with how he's moving. But because they finally started practicing things differently is what really helped them. Your brain doesn't necessarily care how much time has passed, it responds to meaningful practice. Now, improvement may become slower over time, it may require more intentional effort, but slower does not mean impossible. That's an important distinction. So what would I do starting this week? I'd pick one walking session every single day, not your walk to the mailbox, not walking around Costco, an intentional walking session, 10 to 20 minutes, no distraction. Pay attention to, am I standing tall? Am I shifting my weight? Is my affected leg actually doing its share? Am I taking equal steps? Am I swinging my arms? Am I rushing? And afterwards, take 1 minute and ask yourself, really looking into it, what improved today during that walking session? What felt difficult? Those tiny observations help keep your practice intentional instead of automatic. One thing I want you to remember, recovery isn't always about training harder. It's about practicing smarter. Sometimes the biggest breakthrough doesn't come from walking more. It comes from walking better. If today's video gave you some hope, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me how long it's been since your stroke, what's your biggest challenge you're dealing with your walking, and I read as many comments as I can, and your questions often inspire future videos for us. And if you're looking for more guidance, I also have a free stroke recovery checklist that walks you through some of the key principles I teach stroke survivors. The link is in my channel bio. And finally, if you found this video helpful, make sure you watch my next video on walking plateaus after stroke, because it builds directly on everything we talked about today and explains why so many survivors think they've stopped improving, even when more recovery may still be possible. I'll see you in the next video.